I'm trying to make a series of this. And, I'm gonna restart the series, and you guys are gonna watch the whole thing like they did before. So if I don't get it correct, I'll have to redo the series. So yeah.
Comments, just like Persky knew how stupid it was for him to give a pass to a man that he knew to be a rapist. Neither one of them bothered by this. They're not concerned about this at all. Then again, why should they be? They're white people who are benefiting from and participating in the system of white supremacy. They know exactly what their job is. They're both doing their job. Ignore white supremacy and try to find a way to turn the issue to black people. That's what Judge Persky and even his supposed detractor Michelle Dahmer have in common. They are both helping to pursue generally agreed aims. It's like Noam Chomsky said, it's the most sophisticated form of propaganda when something calls itself opposition.
I'm the storyteller, so this is me. I have to change my name to Hannah.
Is the enemy of white supremacy. If it can't be ignored, then it must be destroyed. This is the white media doing their part.
I'm just gonna keep Yandere for now.
And as we all know,
And so,
truth is always the first
this is
casualty.
the angel. As you can all know,
When it
both
comes to the white
demons and
media, there
angels
is no such thing as reporting the news. It's all propaganda. And it's pushed down your throat. And when it comes to black people, they are particularly pointed with this type of targeting. Now, you would think that with African Americans being the allegedly only third largest ethnic group in the country and Hispanics now being second largest, you would think that the white media would be targeting them with practically everything. After all, the white media
and when they get older, they're gonna have some different kind of hair.
So it makes very little sense.
So yeah.
Oh
wow. Oh god. Okay.
All the time. Apparently they seem to believe something about black people that their reporting doesn't say. And this becomes especially clear when we get to the issue of gay rights, which, by the way, is an oxymoron. There's no way that somebody can give you the right to be homosexual, and there's actually nobody who's trying to take that right away. You can be as gay as you want in the United States. So when they say gay rights, what are they talking about? It's actually what they're talking about is gay as a super citizen. And apparently they think that there might be some pushback to this idea, so the white media is coming in on their pink horse to shove this down everyone's throat. Gay superiority is apparently being labeled as gay equality. Now, if you were wondering whether the Nazi broadcasting company was using their platform as a blatant anti-black front, here's some blatant proof for you. This is so excruciatingly biased, and it proves how shameless and desperate they are to engineer the society. First is hack ambulance chasers talking about Bill Cosby. Now this. NBC runs a very thinly veiled push piece that claims that support for LGBT marriage is
have to make the mother and father.
Demographics in the U.S. Now, common sense would lead one to ask if that's actually true. Well, it is true that NBC said it. They cherry-picked this bit of propaganda from some yahoos calling themselves the Public Religion Research Institute. Now, I told you about how white supremacists fund these so-called public policy institutes. Notice they don't go to an actual survey organization. They go to a think tank.
She wears that.
That's significant because we all know that they're full of racial and political
Yeah,
ideologues
I'm just
who
gonna
mangle
put
data and
orange,
abuse their
like,
so-called surveys
yellow.
question meant to get a predetermined
Orange, yeah.
result. So the fact that this came from a think
So,
tank
yeah,
ought
the
to be your
series is
first
coming
clue.
out.
This crap is in fact propaganda.
So yeah, the series is coming out. So yeah, the series and the movie. So yeah, the series came out today, and the movie will come out tomorrow at 4 p.m. So I'm just gonna post this on YouTube. Then I'm going to make the movie of the two as the Angel family, but without demons. So yeah.
White supremacy has long tried to use academic-sounding words and phrases in order to lend an air of scientific credibility to their own racialist crackpot nonsense. Egyptology came out of the universities too, you remember? So when some group says that they have a bunch of university men working for them, that's my first clue some world-class lies are about to be told. The next part of the lie that the white media forwards is through repetition. In this case, the phrases non-profit, non-partisan. Now, they don't have to say that. They certainly don't whenever talking about black non-profit organizations. Yet, whenever talking about these white think tanks, they make sure to mention that so-and-so institute is a non-profit, non-partisan group. In my video about Roger Ailes, I told you about how one of Ailes' early attempts to launch a right-wing news channel in the 1970s, bankrolled by white supremacist Joseph Goebbels, who used his family fortune to fund right-wing think tank the Heritage Foundation, among many others, whose propaganda you see mostly being touted on right-wing hate radio and Fox News. The Heritage Foundation also calls itself nonpartisan. The Manhattan Institute is another white supremacist front who pays career bigots like Heather McDonald to twist and mangle statistics in order to manufacture out of whole cloth all manner of ridiculous crime stats, such as the idiotic talking point that blacks kill more cops than cops kill blacks. The Manhattan Institute funds all kinds of anti-black propaganda, and on their website, they too call themselves nonpartisan. Now, would anyone in their right mind consider either the Heritage Foundation or the Manhattan Institute to be anything other than a couple of bald-faced, hyper-aggressive right-wing propaganda machines? And yet, they call themselves nonpartisan, and neither CNN nor MSNBC will ever contradict them on that. So clearly, nonpartisan doesn't mean that a particular institute doesn't push a certain ideological line. Then what does it really mean? Think tanks and political action committees are under 501c3 of the tax code, but the nonpartisan claim has nothing to do with law because there's no legal definition of nonpartisan and hence no legal requirement that they identify themselves as such. The term nonpartisan mostly describes a group who claims not to engage in certain election-related political activities. That's what it had to do, election-related political activities. So what that basically means is they don't say vote for candidate so-and-so, though they do everything short of it. So I hope that helps you to understand that anyone can call themselves nonpartisan. That doesn't mean that they are. It's a slogan, a meme, signifying absolutely nothing. So when the white media tosses that phrase around, it's meant to make the reader or viewer believe that this group is objective, and it's not pushing any sort of agenda. They're not affiliated with either of the major parties, or at least the white media outlets who quote them never tell you if they are. And the same thing goes for the white media's use of the phrase nonprofit. What does that have to do with public policy? Just like with nonpartisan, nonprofit